Today I am sharing a edible gift idea with you, a 2-ingredient healthy chocolate spread that is super smooth and delicious. So there are a couple of people every year that I like gifting gift cards or simply money, you know, the teachers or the postman, and I kind of don't like just giving the gift card or just the money. It feels so impersonal, but I know that this is what they like the best. Teachers and postmen get so many gifts that they don't like, they end up in the landfill, so I love giving edible gifts because they can eat them, they can enjoy them, and then there's nothing left in the house that they don't want to have in their house. And on top of that, you can give the little gift card without it feeling kind of weird. So I love edible gifts on Christmas for people that you know will enjoy the gift card or the money the most. So let me show you how to make it. The first thing that you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and then get 4 cups of raw cashews and spread them out on a baking sheet. We're going to roast these cashews because roasted nuts release all their oils, and this is what we need for them to become smooth and like a smooth nut butter. Now add that to the oven for anywhere from 12 to 14 minutes. You have to keep an eye on them so they don't burn. But in the meantime, we can get a small pot and put it on the stove, then add about a cup of water to it, and then try to get it to a boil, but just when it's about to boil, reduce the heat to low, put a glass bowl or a stainless steel bowl, something that is heat proof, on top of your pot, and add your chocolate. We're going to add 3 whole bars of dark chocolate. I am using 85% dark chocolate here so the spread doesn't become overly sweet. You can always sweeten it later if you like. I break it up into pieces and then I use a little rubber spatula and move it around and stir it and stir it and stir it until it melts completely. You never want to stop melting because else you risk your chocolate curdling. So really keep stirring, stirring, stirring. Once it's completely melted, remove your bowl from the heat source and keep stirring because the bowl is still quite hot and can overcook and curdle your chocolate. So keep stirring, stirring, stirring until it cools down a little bit. By now your cashews are probably nice and roasted, so take them out of the oven and then stir them around so they can cool down a little bit quicker. You're going to want to wait for the cashews to cool down so you can touch them, because if your food processor or blender is made out of plastic, the hot oil in the nuts might melt your jug or your jar, so you really don't want to put any hot nuts into your kitchen machines. So once it's not as hot anymore, it's time to blend and make it all nice and smooth. You have 2 options here. You can either use a food processor. A food processor will take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to get a nice smooth consistency. So I prefer to use a high-speed blender that has a tamper. You can only make this in a high-speed blender that has a tamper. You need the tamper or else the motor of your blender will burn. So if you don't have a tamper, then use your food processor. Now you're going to want to add the 4 cups of roasted cashews into your blender or food processor. And then you're going to want to add your melted chocolate on top of it. Now turn on the machine on high and use your tamper to really press down on the nuts. You really want to press, especially on the sides. You're going to want to press it down into the blades so it becomes smooth as quickly as possible. This shouldn't take any longer than 2 minutes. I think it took me like 1.5 minutes to get a super smooth and delicious consistency. This is what it's supposed to look like. As I said, in the food processor you can get this same consistency, but you're really gonna have to take your time, maybe take some breaks in between, and when you think you're never gonna reach that moment, it's still another 3 to 4 minutes and then you're gonna get a really nice and smooth spread. And at this point, all you have to do is just put it in a pretty jar that you decorated with any kinds of greens or whatever you can think of. Look at the smoothness of this chocolate spread, then put on a lid, and this is it. This is it. This is your delicious edible gift. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're gonna give the recipe a try. If you do, please don't forget to snap a picture and show me. I love seeing when you make any of my recipes, and I'll see you with my next video. Bye.